How many times have you driven past a diverging road on the highway that led to some place that you'd never heard of, seen, or had any prior knowledge of, but as your vehicle exceeded the turn, you found a sting of disappointment for not seeing what unknown the road led to? It could be the name that piqued your interest, and you wouldn't be alone when it comes to this seemingly random impulse. One can't help but wonder what a place like the Devil's Lake looks like, or what secrets the House of Mystery holds. And who can hardly resist imagining the grandiosity of Salt Creek Falls as a signpost nears the vanishing point in your mirror? Places such as these, or locations of fascination as I like to call them, are overlooked thousands of times a day, and are mostly just explored by the ones with the prior association of the area. But what happens when you feed your impulses, and you follow the direction of the road that is less traveled, and you abandon at the crossroads your notions and your preconceptions of where the road will take you? "7 miles after turning onto Highway 341 from Highway 50 outside Carson City, Nevada, once you pass through Silver City and Gold Hill, and when you breach the mound, formerly known as the Divide, you'll find yourself in a quiet, sparsely populated town known as Virginia City. Quiet, if it's before 10 o'clock in the morning, that is. Once breakfast is no longer a thing to call your meal, the streets become busy with life. Shop owners open their doors, explorers exercise their legs and their curiosity down the slanted boardwalk, and commerce reemerges as this town's thriving life force, just as it did a century and a half ago when the Comstock silver lode was discovered in America's first major silver deposit. It was this major strike that consequently led to Nevada becoming its own battle-born territory, as the Union would use hundreds of millions of dollars in ore just from this area to fund their victory. And since that time, Virginia City has experienced many changes, such as drastic population fluctuation, innovations within the mining industry, and a fire that could have consumed the entire town if not for the saving grace of John Mackey's quick decision-making.
The Great Fire that we had here in Virginia City in 1875, everything from the visitor center going towards Reno was completely burned. Everything from the visitor center going towards Carson City was saved because of John Mackey. He was an expert in dynamites and explosions and that such, and he knew that if he were to blow up the church that was in town, the air would dissipate the flames. He talked the priest into blowing up his church. They blew it up, and John Mackey was right. He then promised the priest that he would rebuild this church, and that's the big Catholic church that you see standing.
Some things never change, though. What stands today is a beautiful testament to a once monumental town. The residents here are no doubt as full of character as they have been throughout the ages. If one maintains an inquisitive mindset as they interact with the various locals, they will no doubt learn more than they thought they could, including what it takes to be a hat maker.
This actually was, I started to make the hats here in 2005. Interesting to bring something more traditional, more historically accurate to the town. That was the first motivation, is to show the trade, not really to sell. It's a full-time job. I would have never expected to be that busy, but yeah, I've been amazingly very busy. And of course, I've been here for a while, so now I have a clientele that you're part of, and also we have been able to build up a reputation. No, actually, it started as a hobby. It started as a hobby, and then it's funny how life is done. It's just, I came here. I was a student, and I came back to Virginia City because my wife. I came to Virginia City because my wife is from here, and being in Virginia City, I thought it would be great for me to recreate my family trade, which is the hat making. That's it.
Those with non-skeptical minds and an interest in the supernatural will get lost here, or, depending on how you look at it, found. The Washoe Club is itself one of many places that are said to have more than just humanly occupants, but it's the one place that's attracted ghost hunters alike and given the town a notorious spot on the tourism map. Those that are daring enough can spend $400 for a night locked inside this tragedy-rich bar and hotel, and also they can bring 7 of their friends with them.
So when you come in for your nighttime stay, bring your sleeping bags, bring your pillows, bring an air mattress if you like, bring your food, your drinks, your ice chest, your coffee maker, anything that will make the night more comfortable for you. You'll be camping in the museum area where the bathrooms are located.
You may not survive.
She took a picture and then she said, "Oh my God, I got something." And I thought, another orb. I see orbs every day. And I went to look and my jaw dropped. This is real. This is not fake. This is up on the 2nd floor. All right, there she is. See
And then
what's
behind her?
Yes, look what's behind her. Look at this thing. Isn't that
Oh my
crazy?
God, that is creepy
There's
as
no
hell.
eyeballs in the eye sockets.
Would you say there's more ghosts than people in this town?
Oh yeah, especially now. We used to sit out at the cemetery late at night and see the orbs.
We have multiple ghosts. We have at least one man, at least one woman, at least 2 kids, and one dog that we know of.
She was standing next to me and I said, "See these faces? They keep popping in." And she was just froze. She was, I goes, "They won't bite you."
There's a place in Silver City 3 miles down the road called the Tahoe Beer House. A guy named Ray Muller, Peg Leg Ray we called him. He had a regular wooden peg leg like a pirate. He didn't have a, prosthetic. He had a regular wooden peg leg. And I come out of the room, I look down and I go, "Hey Ray," I go, "there's a Chinaman and a cowboy playing poker down there." And he goes, "Yeah, they do it now and then." And we walked down the hallway and they just disappeared. I mean, it's not like they floated off or anything. It's just like you blinked and they were gone.
A less sinister and more intimate tour with the paranormal reputation is the Mackey Mansion, a beautiful piece of art that still maintains its original grandeur design.
So the reason that we believe it to be John Mackey is that he's also described as a taller figure, and John Mackey was, a taller kind of guy. I also had a tour come in here through yesterday, and a lady came in here, and her parents owned it during the 50s and 60s. During the day, while she was about to open up for tours, it was in the 60s, she saw the Shadow Man walk into the parlor room and walk this way. Well, she thought it was a tourist. She walks into this room and sees him walk up the staircase. She thought it was a tourist. And she said, "Hey, that mansion isn't open up for tours yet." And the Shadow Man looked down over the railing, looked at her, and then he vanished right in front of her.
My time in Virginia City was unfortunately minute, and leaving the borders is what gave me a sting of disappointment. As a curious explorer, I found endless potential and secrets around every corner. Add into that a friendly and welcoming demeanor from the people who keep this town as alive as it was in 1860, and you have a location of fascination abundant in all things good. I recommend seeing this town to anyone that loves history, exploration, and mahogany smoked barbecue. When you're in the open country, places like this are what make traveling all worth it. Sometimes following an impulse can open up your whole entire world, and sometimes following an impulse can be the best part of the trip.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. I really appreciate that you took the time to stop by and watch this whole entire video. It means a lot to me, and if you did enjoy the video, then go ahead and hit the like button down below. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I have a lot more videos, and I'm going to be putting a lot more out like this as well. So if this is the kind of thing that you enjoy, then you want to make sure that you subscribe. Again, thank you to everybody in Virginia City, and also thank you to everybody else that has been supporting me throughout this journey so far. Your support is priceless. Thank you, and hope you enjoyed watching.